All right, everybody. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. I'm making my return to making videos. No, I'm just kidding. I figured I'd go ahead and actually make a short video just completing a point here. And I say short, it'll probably take me 3 hours because I have been busy this year. But I have made a few points. Just haven't quite caught them all on video. Got a whole pile of heat-treated rock. Figure we'll just go ahead and take a nice spall here, break into it, see what we can come up with. Pretty good temperatures out. The Super Bowl, of course, later tonight. Been up in the 80s here in Central Florida after we had a strange snow event not too long ago. So yeah, been an interesting winter, been an interesting year. Been pretty busy with my business, servicing and doing some different installs in the aquaponics world. So yeah, everything's been good though. Take a look at this rock. We can kind of see we got like a curve here for the center line. So a little bit below, a little above. And we got a fat side here. Probably work a lot of this fat hunk right here off because that's overage. That's probably one of the first strikes I'll go ahead and do. Just go ahead and start knocking a little bit off of here. This piece in particular, oh, that's pretty. It has a fairly thick cortex, but it looks like it's going to be pretty glassy. So let me try to just get there we go. A couple hits to get through that cortex. Oh, there's some pretty stuff right below here. Looks like there's a weird little, this cortex has like a weird little split right between the material and the cortex. So again, there's going to be a lot of imperfections, a lot of different stuff to deal with. Getting there. There we go. I don't want to like wallop it. That's when you end up just getting some shattering or something like that. Okay, I'm going to come at it from the other side. We can see it's a pretty thick hunk. Already really nice glassy material you can see here, but not enough platform to get off what I want. So instead of beating my head over it, we're going to go ahead and we'll work down from this side. This is very thin here at the end, so we'll see if we keep any of that little tail here. Not sure how much is going to be cortex and how much is going to be actual material. There we go. It's like I keep looking at it. Now you can see that split. You see how it runs right up here, right up through there. But I don't see anything over here, so we'll probably be okay. Just keep working this down. That point's going to be in here anyways. There we go. Oh, what else in the world of Ryan? I fractured my thumb here out gathering material. That was a fun one. Somehow spalling a really large rock with my right hand. I ricocheted off the rock, hit my left hand, and my left hand hit another rock, and I heard a pop. So that was probably 2 months ago. It's usable now, but it's still real sore right in that inner area right there. So that's fun, but getting through it. All right, see the seams there. I got a little platform here. I'm gonna see if we can't run a flake through that seam. Yeah, just to remove a little of that. All right, it's already starting to look way better. And this is really nice, glossy as heck. So just looking at this, setting up a couple more opportunities here. Not really trying to remove meat quite yet. All right, starting to reveal its beauty there. I'll start working this other side in, really thin still. Just kind of get some of that cortex off, get this a little thicker so we actually have enough to hit. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm going to try to take any walloping flakes off here, just take a couple short ones. This thing's not overly thick, so it's not like, oh my gosh, we need to start thinning from step one. It's not that bad. That's a beautiful color there. And that wrapped that one all the way across, but you can kind of see, you know, this is what we started with heat treated wise. Underneath, you got a whole lot of blues under that cortex, and nice yellow, orange. Yeah, good looking stuff right there. Kind of see right here, looks like a nice opportunity just to go ahead and knock another piece off of this butt. Maybe we can get this little ridge off from this side. Okay, went right across there, so that's nice. You can still see the split, so split's there. We're gonna lose that. We just need to lose it gracefully so that split doesn't travel into the rest of the rock. Just kind of taking a couple looks. Right away, that's not looking so bad. Didn't take too long. The tip is really glassy. Okay, a couple more subsurface cracks here. We'll deal with those when we get to them. I'm going to take another one right here, take some of this off. That's still probably too high. All right. We need to get past this crack, so I'm going to probably start working from the back corner here. I'm going to come up this side. Okay, let's send that right off there. Nice. I think I can just do this. I'm going to go straight down. There's that seam's there, but again, this is just useless, so we got to get that off. All right. Come back to this side, and A lot of cortex here. That's okay. So a lot of what I've been working on this year is bifacing and thinning. And I probably finished 20 points in 2024, something like that. It wasn't not a crazy, look at that pretty, see that whole rainbow of colors right here. Blue, white, orange, white, some kind of greenish speckle orange. All those different mineralization layers of things that were happening to this over time, over millions of years. Really cool. But back to me. I probably made 100, 200 bifaces, thin preforms, things. This isn't super thin yet, but just get to a point. What I'm trying to do is just figure out angles. And sometimes the only way to figure those angles out, okay, you can watch videos, you can understand what you're trying to do, but you have to hit where you're trying to hit. That's the end of the story. And I've gotten a lot better this year of hitting where I need to hit. Now, I still break stuff. I'm not perfect. But again, I think bifacing and getting down to that thinness that's just been a personal goal. I could just keep pounding out points at the same thickness and maybe not excel or maybe not get any better. That's not the goal. If I have to take a year to thin, that's what I'll do. I've got time. At least I hope I do. All right, that was nice. Went all the way up about midline. It's broke. It's just that cortex is holding on a little, and I've got another opportunity here. I'll go ahead and buff it up, and this one will travel even better because we've kind of got this as a isolation. So I'm going to hit here. We're going to go for that whole ridge there. Maybe we'll come off this side. No. Man, that's crazy looking right under the cortex, right? You can see subsurface crack right here that goes all the way over to here. It's actually in this side too. It didn't really look like one, but it is. So that'll probably end up coming off. We still got a pretty good sized preform after that. And that's rock. It's not all perfect. Okay. Just trying to take a quick peek here. That shelf cortex is giving me a little bit of issues. Then the other bit of time this year, actually I've been spending collecting material. That's been something, you want to have plenty of rock to work on. And down here they're paving this stuff over so fast, it's a really difficult thing to wrap your mind around. Especially for coral, you only find it in certain areas. Worldwide, so to see the resources getting covered up, it's a hard thing, and you gotta wonder, is it gonna be there next year? Is it gonna be there the year after? And I sure don't want to get stuck in a situation where I'm in Florida and I don't have any Florida material to work. Sounds like a nightmare to me. Oh, we're getting a little thinner on this sausage patty. And you see that crack that's where it was cracked before. That's the old fracture in the seam. We're pretty much through it. We still have something here. We're gonna lose some of that top. But she's taking shape. I don't think it's been that long yet. So Slowly, I'm just going to get this fat face, kind of basically zigzag it the best I can. Pretty stuff. Let's see here. Okay. We're getting past it. That's what we got left. This one last little ugly butt right there. Some cortex in the front here, and that's where we had that little crack running through. And then yeah, and then we'll be basically down to a nice little biface that we can do something with. That spot, of course, because there's a big buildup of cortex, and then there's actually a lot of just agate right behind it. So that's gonna be a hard one to wrap around and get. And then we got the little split on this side. Might not even be worth messing with, since the split's already right here. So I might spend a lot of time up there on the front, and then it's just gonna fall off anyways. So let's look at this. Where do we want to hit it? Let's bring some of this. We know the cortex has got to go. We know there's a little bit of this roughage on the back. So kind of work around the back. We'll see if we can get a little tighter preform here. Sorry if I'm not talking a whole lot on this. I'm there's a hit right here going across. If I can get through the cortex. There we go. Of course, we still have a flat side and a humpy side, but we're getting away from that. We want to come towards that hump for sure. Another good hit right here, you can just see right there. Going this way, I'll clear some of that cortex. Telling you, that's the best looking stuff right there. So pretty, and then orange. All right, let's see what we can do here. I'm also getting attacked by these little swamp gnats that like to come out and really ruin my day. If you see me scratching, it's because I already got bit. Let's see where we're at here. All right, I just need to slowly work off a couple of these little deltas, and then we'll take a couple hits off of this side. And you really do not want to hit the deltas too light. Something that, again, you're learning different stuff. You don't want to go heavy, but you need to actually get it off. There we go. Okay, got that delta off. Traveled a little up into there, but not bad. Gave us some curvature. Now all of a sudden, it almost looks like we have enough of an angle to take this ridge off. Because we've got our center line changed a little bit. You see this ugliness, so it's a little buffed up. We got behind it good. Take one in front of it, then we're gonna try to knock that thing off. Okay, isolated this a little bit, got this. Ooh, another weird surface crack right there. Again, prettiest colors under the Cortex, also the most problems, because that's where little subsurface cracks are, but we're gonna go for this hump now. That's what we want. Got it. Take this little delta off here. I'm gonna rough it up first so I don't crumple it and just leave a massive hump. Can definitely see that crack right here. It goes from here all the way across. That's not great, but that's not a huge amount of the rock. Just back into there. So we'll keep going with it. I'm gonna lose some of that tip, but boy, loving that. Let's see here. Just working this edge back a little bit more. And I'm going to hit it with my grinding stone. I'm going to do some whacking. Still not that low. I would like a little bit lower of a ridge line or center line, but I'm gonna go ahead and see what we can do right here. It actually worked out. It's risky, but it worked out. Big chunky chunk out there. Let's go back up here to the front. We know that's split, so let's go right behind that. That worked. Take this little delta off. Little delta off. This is right at that crack, so if it comes off, it comes off. There's that. Now with all that, I can bring this platform for this up a little more. It just allowed for a little bit more removal here. Okay, let's see what we can do here. That turned out good. Got another here. Take this delta off. Okay, now I mean, this is not looking bad. That side looks crazy. Got to teach myself to stop looking at those patterns so much, because you're gonna lose a lot if you want symmetry. That's the trade-off. You can keep them sometimes just because you want to keep that color, but there's a trade-off. Hit right here. I'm going to come off of this. Just kind of remove. It's almost like a little delta here, a little high spot. Take me a time or two, but I got it. A little too flat, but I got it. Okay, still looking at a little nonsense right there with that thick side, but we're getting to it. I'm gonna hit this little weird spot here. We're gonna see if we can't get it, that ridge to run that way. Yep. And that leaves us with the platform we can hit off that side. Try to hit this little ridge behind that crack. Got it. And then, the spot is just asking to get hit, so I might as well do that. All right, we're getting there. Well, I can take this off right now, but I think maybe I should work the tip down a little more first. That's just like meat, and then the tip's still a little thick, so. And there is that crack. It just went. There's also a split going up it. You can kind of see in the end of there. So, hey, better to get that off now. You can actually see what we're dealing with. I think that's it, though. The rest of this looks clean. Until I break it in some other way. So, I'm good with that. Gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. All right. There we go. There we go. All right. We are officially gone. There's just a couple platforms there. Easy, no more split. Last little bit of a tip. Not too worried about it. Let's go ahead and just start working the tip down. And then we'll thin our tip and base, and then we'll start going for the meat. And then we'll have us a point. My rooster is cheering me on. Getting there, just working it back and forth, back and forth. Almost got a tip again. Cool. Got a bunch of crap off with that one. Revealed another little subsurface crack there. So we're just gonna keep working it down. That's all you can do with that stuff. That. Go ahead and take one off here now. Remember I was talking about that before? I was like, let me mess with the tip a little and then we'll get back to the meat. Well, that's the spot. It looks like it wants it. I was wrong. It already looked braided. It looked nice. Nope. There we go. thin that down really good. Go for its brother right beside it. Come on, brother flake. There you go. Which side is this actually going to be on? Cortex is going to get me in trouble because I'm going to go bashing it at the base, and then I'm going to send a shockwave up and break the whole thing in half. I have done that plenty of times. Just when you get through that cortex a little bit. I've been out here for a little bit, but I don't think it's been that long. You think we already got a nice little biface out of this thing, even though we've had several little bumps in the road. Removing the big flakes is really the easy part. All that other stuff, the preparation, that is... Ugh, that was not a good hit. That is the napping. See how I just went in and flattened out right into this hump. Just didn't go where I wanted it, so we'll attack this from this side and try to meet there. See that. Okay, that came right. We had that ugly dip, strong platform. Left a little ripple here, which we can get out probably with this one. But problem, amendment to the problem, or solution, I should say. Amendment. Problem, a new problem. Actually, probably sounds better. I'm going to take this flake here, try to get this off. All right, give it some good support, planting it in my hand, wrapping my finger around it. Okay, looks like it, well, it sounded like it happened, so I just let it flow. Picking at stuff, but there we go, there we go, there we go. All right, let's do this way. Remember that ripple on this side? Well, you don't, but you probably don't, but I do. I'm gonna a little tappity tap. Tap, tap, tap her in. Come on, Happy. I'm going for this. I'm going to shoot the corner pocket. We're going to get the 9-ball. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, we got some meat right here, so. Didn't go where I wanted it to. It just kind of went up and stalled. Should have waited, but it's okay. That's just going to serve as a little isolation point for a hit I'm going to take behind it now. I'm going to just rough this up, and I'm just going to go that way with it. Well, maybe not. Sometimes take a good few whacks at something like that and it's not happening. Just give it a minute. Waiting's not the worst thing in the world. It'll probably present itself a little better here in the future. I can see a delta here, there, just this thing sticking out on this side. I'm gonna go ahead and knock it off. Okay, we took that off. And now look, we're a little better suited to fight that seam. There we go. All right. We definitely have a biface. Might lose a tiny little more of the top here due to a little wannabe crack, but we'll see. It looks like a real crack, but we'll see how much of it. But not bad, not bad. Couple other things we got to deal with. I'd say that's a pretty good looking biface. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it, go get a drink, and then I will pop in for part 2.